I am just about to take off for a very cool trip to Memphis Drum Shop. Now, I've been to Memphis Drum Shop before. I went there last year for the MyCymbal.com day, which is where, you know, if you guys have ever YouTube searched any cymbal ever, and you see the guys that play the cymbal in a studio and they talk about it for a sec and then they go, you can get this exact cymbal only at MyCymbal.com.
And you can get this exact cymbal only at MyCymbal.com.
You can only get it at MyCymbal.com.
And you can get this exact ride only at MyCymbal.com.
You can only get this exact pair at MyCymbal.com.
You can only get this cymbal at MyCymbal.com. So you might want to log on, you know.
So I did that last year, and it was a really, really cool experience because you not only get to see Memphis Drum Shop, which is one of the coolest drum shops in the US by far, but you also get to put your hands on all these cymbals that, you know, that I don't own. I own maybe 20 Meinl cymbals. I don't own 200 or 300 of them, but at Memphis Drum Shop they have, you know, literally hundreds and hundreds of cymbals for every single brand. So there's hundreds of Meinls, hundreds of Sabians, hundreds of Zildjians. And last time I went, I shot 63 videos, which I'm told is the record for the amount of cymbals done in one day. So this year, I'm going to try and break that. I'm going for 75 cymbals in one day. And then Thursday, I'm actually doing a big series of informative videos for Meinl, which is really the main reason why I'm going out there. So the things that I've had to learn for this gig have been stuff that I've never studied before, right? We're talking about the lathing processes that go in and what makes this lathe different from that lathe. The hammering that goes into every single cymbal, whether or not it's machine hammered or hand hammered. If it's hand hammered, what size hammers are they using and why are they using them? How does that impact this specific line of cymbals? This is Joe Hodgin. Y'all have met him before in other videos. The in-house loopsmith.
The one and only.
Yeah, the one and only, the legend. What do we have going on for loops, man? What's coming up?
Well, we just hit 60, which is awesome.
60
loops.
That's 600 minutes of jamming.
All 10 minutes apiece. Thinking about doing some new time signatures, obviously.
Yeah.
Only got 168 up there, right?
168.
168.
78.
Yep. So I want to try and get a little more, I don't know, little different ones up there.
The problem is we're both so fluent in odd time that, you know, we're trying to dumb it down for you guys, man.
Right.
And what about this audio masterclass thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited just to kind of let everybody in on the little tips and tricks that we use to make the Orlando Drummer sound, you know?
Yep. Now the sonar kit, the baby one, that's all me on a little mixer. That's why it doesn't sound as good. But the big DW kit that you guys hear in the YouTube lessons, which in my opinion sounds pretty phenomenal, that's all Joe. So we're gonna do an audio masterclass sort of covering, you know, the mics and stuff, because Joe does a lot of the mic placement and a lot of the mixing techniques and stuff like that.
All in the mix.
All in the mix, man.
And it's something that everybody can do. It's not like we have like $20,000 worth of gear that we're using. It's like, you know, something that everybody could go and get.
Yeah, we got MacBooks and microphones from Guitar Center like everybody else. It's not that crazy.
Exactly.
Well, we are here at the Southwest Gate. And we're all checked in to the Memphis Hotel. I am exhausted. I'm not too sure why. The flight was only 2 hours. I just had dinner with Gabe, who is certainly a product specialist. He works for Meinl, so he's going to be here helping me film some of the videos. And we went over my binder, which I really haven't showed you guys yet as it falls apart. I've been working through this binder the entire time that I've been studying all this Meinl material. So it includes everything from cymbal alloys to production methods to which cymbals are made in Germany, which cymbals are made in Turkey, lathing processes for each cymbal line, their characteristics. Here's all the Byzance lines and more of the Byzance lines, Soundcasters, the MB series, everything. It's a lot of stuff. So we went over this whole binder at dinner, me and Gabe, and he corrected me on a few things that I had wrong. And we just sort of honed in on some of the details of the videos that we're going to be doing. But tomorrow is the MyCymbal.com day, so I'm really excited to get my hands on a lot of the cymbals that we've been talking about and finally get a chance to play them. So I'm going to go over this one more time before bed. It's probably 10 p.m. or so. We're getting started at 7:45 a.m. tomorrow morning. And I didn't bring any ear protection, so hopefully they can hook that up at the drum shop. And I will see you guys at Memphis Drum Shop in the morning. Memphis Drum Shop. We are about to arrive. Welcome in, guys. Adam here, the Orlando Drummer, coming to you from Memphis Drum Shop for MyCymbal.com. They're really warm and smooth, and they got a decent amount of volume to them. But again, as I play these hi-hats, I just can't think of any genre that they wouldn't fit perfectly into. A really musical wash, and then it mellows out really quickly and just sort of dies back down how you would want an 18-inch thin crash to act. You can still hear a lot of the cymbal activated, like you would expect from a cymbal that's traditionally hammered and lathed, right? So you're going to activate the whole cymbal even when you're playing on the top. I really like the volume level of this cymbal too, because if you really lay into it, it's going to cut through any distorted guitars, or even in the studio, if you're just, mixing your band. This is a cymbal that's really going to have a big impact at those heavier moments in your music. If you're interested in getting this exact cymbal, you can find it right here only on MyCymbal.com. If you're interested in this exact pair of Byzant's traditional hats, you can get them right here only on MyCymbal.com. And if you want this exact cymbal, you can get it right here only at MyCymbal.com. If you're interested in getting this exact cymbal, you can get it right here only at MyCymbal.com. You guys know these are considered less bright and more mellow than the traditional?
See, I wouldn't have thought that at all.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That wasn't my instinct either. I was like, the brilliants are brighter, right? He's like, no, they're more mellow and they're darker. Because
Well,
the lathing, right, like that creates those sharp peaks and valleys when they cut the grooves in. So when you buff them, you naturally soften the peaks and valleys of the
it
lathe,
makes sense.
and the frequencies don't move off as sharp. And I was like, damn, that makes so much sense. I never thought of that before. today, I believe I got done right around the same amount of videos. I think it was 62 or 63 videos. So somehow I managed to match my record from last time, which is cool. I'm happy with that. The way each shoot worked today was we would get an entire line of cymbals. So let's say it was the Byzance Traditional Series. So we would put all of the Byzance Traditional Series on the kit. Then I would go and we would film another like 2 minutes on just the hi-hats. And then we would film for another 2 minutes on just this crash, and then we would film for another 2 minutes on just the ride, and then we would go to the next crash and then maybe the stacker if we had one. So we would spend about 10 to 15 minutes just filming the kit, sort of an overview of the whole kit, and then each cymbal individually. And then I would have to do the talking segments on every single piece of the kit individually. So then I would talk about the hi-hat for maybe a minute or 2 minutes. And then I would talk about the crash for a minute or 2 minutes, the ride for a minute or 2 minutes. And then when we got through a whole set of cymbals, we would take all of those off, put on new sets of cymbals, and the whole process would start over. But I definitely learned some things today that I didn't know. Number one, the Tradition ride, which is in the Byzance Jazz series, is dope. I want that ride cymbal. It kind of has this giant bow all the way around. And even though it's a jazz ride, I don't know, man, there was something really cool about that ride. I also learned that the Byzance Jazz 14-inch hi-hats are sick. I don't know why I never looked into those before. And see, on the top, they look like these brilliant, normal, a custom-y kind of, you know, just a normal, brilliant, shiny pair of hats. But I didn't realize that the bottom hat is actually an unlathed, extra dry hi-hat. I'm not really burnt out on drumming, I'm burnt out on words. You have no idea how much talking is involved in a gig like this. You exhaust your adjectives very quickly. Warm and buttery and soft and focused and cut and clear and shimmery and glassy. Ironically, tomorrow is actually the big talking day, so tomorrow I get to go in and do some more informative videos, but I'm excited to do those because that's the stuff that I've been studying for. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit more along the lines of the things that I've been trying to memorize, like the lathing processes, the hammering processes. So assuming I still have a voice left, I will see you guys tomorrow, and we will talk a little bit more about some Meinl cymbals. MV10, blend of glassy cut and warm shimmer, modern, balanced, and bright. Quick bite, snappy, sharp, focus, quick, loud, bite, explosive cutting. What's up, guys? Adam here from the MV8 line from MV8 series. Now, the biggest factor when you're thinking about an MV8 line, now the biggest selling point with MV8 series is that this is a type of cymbal that's, damn it. What's up, guys? Adam here with Meinl Cymbals, and let's talk a little bit about the MV10 series from Meinl. This is a highly sought after series from Meinl because they're so well balanced. With the MV10 series, you can expect a blend of a glassy cut but a warm shimmer to follow. So they're very versatile and work for a lot of different genres of music. But that said, I still think they have a decent amount of penetration, so they're certainly suited for heavier genres of music. But the real key factor in the MV10 series is that it's a bright but balanced cymbal. So you're not getting too much of those high frequencies, and it's not going to have too many undesirable low undertones. What's up next?
We got MV20s.
Oh, MV20s. Easy.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the easiest one. And of course, these are especially suited for live playing because they're going to cut through any of the distance. If you want to learn more about the highly desirable MV20 series, if you want to learn more about the Now, the most popular feature of the MB20 line is generally making this a really, really desirable cymbal for any member of a band in a, making them a premium choice for members of heavier bands. They're going to cut through distorted guitar, yeah. This is a cymbal line that's going to cut through any distorted, goodness gracious. There were two that were like 90%, and then I said distorted guitars at the end. Day number 2 is complete, and today was tough. We shot all the informative videos, basically videos covering every single series that Meinl makes in their catalogs. So that includes all 6 degrees of darkness, which are all the Byzance lines, all the way down to HCS and MCS, and MB20, and Soundcaster Custom, and Soundcaster Fusion, and Classics Custom, and Classics Custom Extreme, and I'm probably forgetting some, but it doesn't matter, because I'm done. Now that we got all those videos out of the way, we realized that there's still about 5 or maybe 5 to 8 more videos that I have to film tomorrow. Videos like, what is the difference between Byzance Dark and Byzance Extra Dry? Mixing different series in the Byzance line, like how do the Jazz series sound with the Vintage series? So those I can kind of improv. I don't really have to draw on all this information that I've been studying for so long now. Also, I learned that the 24-inch Big Apple Ride is a dark Big Apple Ride 24-inch. That's a $500 cymbal because it's 2 feet of metal, but that cymbal is so sick. Then I might just ask them to pay me in cymbals for this. Every time you buy a cymbal on MyCymbal.com, it comes with this certificate, which is a certificate of authenticity. So, and it's funny because I just opened this and looked, and the very first one was one of my favorite cymbals that I played today, which was the 16-inch Byzance Dark Hat. So I ended up getting, in total, done, almost 80 videos, I think. They basically sent me with all of these certificates of authenticity, and I have to sign each one. It's pretty dope, because if you bought a cymbal that, you know, was played by Matt Halpern, or Mike Johnston, or Annika Nils, or any other MyCymbal session artist, they're going to sign this paper that basically says, yes, it was me, I played these cymbals. I got to sign about 80 of these jokers. So, I got to get to work doing this, and I will see you guys in the morning. I'm here with Mr. Jim Pettit. Good to see you, sir. Seen you a lot over the past few days.
Yes. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, I was hoping that you could give us a very brief rundown of what it is that Memphis Drum Shop / MyCymbal.com is.
Yes, the MyCymbal.com concept, that is that you get the cymbal you see in the video.
Exact same cymbal.
That exact same cymbal.
Yes.
The one you hear, the one you see, that is the one you get. It is a very expensive, time-consuming, labor-intensive, as you know, as you're very well aware, process. But our thought is that, you know, say you're in the middle of some place in the world, or, you know, and maybe your local drum shop doesn't have a selection of cymbals to pick from.
Most of them don't. You know, not every one.
Well,
you know?
I mean, not all of them. And you know, like if you want 26-inch flat rights, where can you get one?
Yeah, no kidding.
At MyCymbal.com.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the original cymbal used on the Take 5 album by Dave Brubeck. It was the only cymbal used on the entire album. It's the cymbal in this picture. So the Dave Brubeck album, Take 5, that is the cymbal, and that is the original cymbal. here is the warehouse. A couple dozen cymbals maybe, 10 or 20. What do you think? This is an actual letter to Jim Pettit, the owner of Memphis Drum Shop, from Vic himself. Every single make and model of Vic Firth drumsticks in existence is right here. You've had a number of clinics here. I remember you told me you had Dennis Chambers here before, but what were some memorable ones?
And also we have many artists like yourself that see this and come by and do it, and that allows like some of your fans, actually, believe it or not, there are Adam fans.
Yeah, there's a couple.
I remember being 12 years old and sitting in my bedroom, and not really cymbals. How do they sound? I don't know.
Yeah.
But if I had had a professional to play those for me and sort of explain the sounds, and then I could have bought that cymbal.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would have been crazy.
And then it dies off really quick, so it has a fast decay. Now, the extreme. Welcome in, guys. Adam here with Meinl Cymbals, and I wanted to talk briefly about mixing cymbal series. So this is a question that I get asked a lot by my students, and they say, is it okay to buy a cymbal from this series and mix it with this series? And 99% of the time the answer is yes. Almost all of them are compatible with each other, so I would encourage you to mix as many as you want and find that perfect sound that you're looking for.
That's great.
No?
That was awesome.
Yeah, cool.
It's like you studied or something.
That was perfect. Yeah, you smell it, right? Everybody's smelling that stuff. It's got an odor to it.
Which one did you grab?
It's like a caramel vanilla something, but it's potent, I guess.
I'm standing over here like...
It tastes good. It doesn't taste strong, but it smells like crazy strong.
I'm standing over here like, damn, I really want a cinnamon roll right now. And then you have the hammering on the bell.
Which brings out that dark wash.
Right, versus
a raw bell.
A raw bell. Yep.
Also aiding in that trashy raw.
And then these are always the same unlathed on top and bottom.
Unlathed on top. These have a lathe bottom.
Right.
Okay.
Some of them they should.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, that dark tone comes from the fact that this cymbal is completely unlathed. On both the top and the bottom, you have hand hammering but no lathing whatsoever. We even have these small hammer marks on the bell, which help to really bring out that dark tonality, especially in the wash of the cymbal. All right, so we're basically going the difference between hand hammering and lathing, what makes these two different. But specifically, we'll talk about lathing a little bit and how that's going to give you that more classic sound. It doesn't take away a lot from the darkness, but we darken some of these up a ton by leaving them unlathed and really hammering them out.
Right.
Cool.
I don't want somebody just to bang the cymbal. Well, here's a cymbal, you know.
Yeah.
You
want a relationship with
I want you to know it. I want you to know the cymbal because that's what you're trying to present to the customer.
Well, I think that says a lot too. That to certain drummers, not that you need to just pick your brand and commit to it and learn that brand, but you should be passionate about the gear that you play. You don't want to come in here and lie on camera and go, oh, I love this thing, it's the best, and I tried to mean exactly what I say when I'm talking about certain cymbals. So.
And it's funny you say that because that's what I tell every artist. Sometimes they come in and they've never done this before and say, well, what do you want me to say? I want you to say exactly what you think, exactly what you feel, exactly what you hear.
And then that's an honest sale. They're getting exactly what that drummer actually heard when they played it.
Right.
Well, Jim, I can't thank you enough for sitting down with me and having me in.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for the hospitality. I am probably going to take one more tour around the shop and just say goodbye to everything. But I'm really looking forward to coming back, man.
Well, you're invited.